In this one, I'm going to be getting rid of the stock shocks on my 2015 Sportster 72, and I'm going to be installing some heavy duty progressive series 412 shocks. They're much more suited to riding 2-up, and also if you weigh over 250 pounds. I don't weigh over 250 pounds, but I do need to upgrade my suspension, as I'm going to install a king and queen seat on my bike so I can dink the missus around. So let's get the stock ones off and whack these on. So the tools needed to complete this job is a torque wrench, some blue Loctite, a 3/4 inch wrench, and a ratchet with a T50 torque socket on the end. And another thing you're going to need is a jack to lift the bike up. So I'm going to start off by loosening the bottom bolt. Voila, easy as that. When you take this one off, the bike swing arm is going to want to drop down. So as you can see, the kit comes with all these bushes. I don't need to use these smaller bushes here because the bolt obviously doesn't pass through them. So I can discard of them. So I'm going to apply some grease to the bushes. So the way I'm going to install it is I want the progressive suspension sticker facing outwards. So you need to install this bushing in the back like so. Then you have a spacer sit on the back there, followed by a washer on the front, and then to apply the bolt. Now I'm going to be using this cup which comes stock on the Sportster 72. So then that cup goes over the top there, and then the bolt goes through like so. Now I just want to get it started. I don't want to tighten it down, so I want to be able to move the shock. Apply some grease to the other bushing, again through the back of the shock, followed by a spacer, then the bolt with a washer on it, and I've already applied some Loctite to this thread. And I'm just going to need my father-in-law to lower the bike a little bit. There we go, that's enough. Beautiful. Alright, I'm not going to tighten them up till I get the other one on. The bike's going to go up. Yeah. Squidge more. There we go. Beautiful. So in my books, tight is tight, but as per the internet's greatest concern, the torque setting is 45 to 50 foot-pounds. There we go. Now I've got to sit on the bike and set the suspension to the correct ride height. And the manual states, under my weight, the measurement from the eyelet to eyelet should be 10.75 inches. So the stock ride height at the moment is going to be 11.5 inches because obviously they're 11.5 inch shocks. Now I only weigh 81 kilos, so let's see how much the bike got.
That went down about 1/4 inch. 10 3/4.
Yep. And voila, done. Alrighty, let's test out this heavy duty suspension. So straight off the bat, the suspension feels much more firm than the stock suspension. So I read on a couple of forums, the progressive suspension takes a little while to bed in. They reckon after 500 miles it won't feel as firm. So I'm expecting the suspension to feel a little bit rough, a little bit harsh. Granted, this heavy duty suspension that I've gone with is probably a little bit of overkill for a solo rider. But as I said before, I plan on doing quite a bit of riding 2-up with my wife, as it's suited for a weight of more than 250 pounds. And I weigh only 80 odd kilos. But with the combined weight of my wife, who weighs I think about 60 kilos, The combined weight there is close to 310 pounds, so the suspension is certainly necessary for riding 2-up. Hence why I went with the progressive heavy duty suspension. But as you can see, this road here is pretty rough. There's potholes all over the place and divots all in the surface of the road, so this will be a good test on the new suspension. This road which I'm going on, there are plenty of nice twisting bends, and in those bends they got little divots, and I remember not so long ago I hit a nice sweeping bend with a divot in it at about 110 kilometers, and it near bounced me halfway across my lane when I hit it, and I put that down to my stock suspension being too soft. So as you've seen before, when I sat on the bike and made sure that the ride height was suited to my weight, if you sit on the bike and obviously it is less than 10.75 inches of clearance between eyelet to eyelet, then all you need to do is get that tool that they provide you with and then just raise your suspension a notch, and that just adjusts the preload so it will be suited obviously to your weight. I didn't need to adjust the preload, it's pretty bang on for my weight at the moment, but when I whack the wife on the back I'll probably have to adjust it a couple of notches or so. Oh yeah, this suspension is way better than stock. I remember last time I come through here, the bike was bouncing all over the place through that bend there at speed. So yeah, the suspension is definitely more plush, but it absorbs the divots so much better. Certainly don't regret spending the $615 on these shocks. When I was reading the forum, I was kind of expecting that when you'd hit a bump, the suspension would be that stiff that you'd near feel your ass go through your throat. That's not the case at all. And another thing I'll probably look at upgrading is the springs in my forks. I'll probably go with the heavy duty progressive springs, just because I'm expecting that with a pillion passenger on the back, when I hit the brakes I expect the forks to nosedive pretty heavily. So definitely plan on upgrading the springs in my forks as well. Yeah, these rear shocks are so much better for the twisties. I find that it's most noticeable how good your suspension is when you hit the twisties, because obviously the suspension is under load going into a bend, and then when you hit like a bump midway through a turn, you want your suspension to eat it up. You don't want your bike to bounce you halfway across your lane, and that's what I found with the stock suspension on the Sportster 72. Those stock shocks were absolutely rubbish. So I definitely recommend that if you own a Sportster and you weigh more than 80 kilos, to go with heavy duty progressive suspension. It eats the divots up in the road a hell of a lot better than stock. I was noticing that I'd near bottom out whenever I'd hit a harsh bump. I'm near the Burgerang lookout, so I'm going to park my bike up out here and send the drone up, because there's some pretty amazing views at this lookout. Let's park up here in the shade and go and get a ticket. Oh, loose gravel. Harley riders, worst enemy. How about that for a fancy setup? So I got my ticket, let's go send this drone up. Well, I didn't manage to lose my drone over the cliff, so let's hop on the bike and get out of here. That's a win. So that water source you just saw there apparently supplies water to over 4 million people in Sydney. It's pretty crazy. Gotta say, I'm really digging the new suspension, hey. There's not much more I can say about it. It's a pretty plush ride. The bike stays true when you're going around the twisties, and when you have a 2-up passenger, I'm pretty confident the bike is now not going to bottom out and the wheel's not going to hit the rear fender. Anyway guys, that's a quick install and review video on the Progressive 412 series heavy duty shocks on my Sportster 72. I gotta say, I absolutely love the suspension, and I think it's a completely necessary upgrade, particularly if you're going to be riding 2-up, which I plan on doing a lot of with my wife in the future. But drop a comment below, let me know if this video has encouraged you or even discouraged you in buying the suspension. But thanks very much for watching, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one. See ya!